Alright, I am here with Slimefoot and Squee. The goal is to get him in play, or I guess in your graveyard, and then reanimate it with one of your massive threats. And the way you do that is you either discard them from hand with all the red spells that do that, Sarkhan even, or you sacrifice excuse me, and the way you sacrifice Slimefoot is with like basically all the black spells that make you sacrifice creatures. So seems kind of synergistic there. You do need a sapperling in play for this to work. So if you get board swept, you have to like put this to the command zone. Otherwise, you can't really do it. You don't have a sapperling. You have Tendershoot Dryad, but you don't have a lot of... I'm not running like all these token generators that make sapperling tokens. I don't think it's worth it, excuse me. So, I don't know. It's also my first Gristlebrand deck. Probably not his best place. It's not his most comfy home, but you know, it's a start. Riveteer's Ascendancy I have in here. It feels very specific, like a lot of things have to be happening for this to actually start doing things. And if I'm sacrificing big creatures, it's kind of hard for them to reanimate each other. Like, oh, a 6 can't really find a 6 with this card and stuff. So this is probably not great at all. But it's on theme and I've never played it, so you know what? I'm going to try it. We have every Shieldred in here, I believe. Bowmasters, because, well, we're in black and it seems to be Omega good, so just put that in your deck. Altar of Dementia is a repeating sack outlet. There's not too many of those, so that's nice. This doesn't require mana. You can do it multiple times. You can only do the Vraska plus once. You can only tap the Phyrexian Tower once, stuff like that. I'm running Terramorphic Expanse, Riveteers out. I'm running all like the colorless, you know, find a basic, because it's really important that I get all 3 colors as soon as possible. I think that's pretty important. It does make these mana dorks a little less good, because it's like green on green. If I had like a forest and played this, it doesn't really help me cast this. We'll see how problematic that is. These are still decent, but it's not the greatest, right? Like, all the green mana dorks aren't that exciting, which I guess is a good thing. It means you can open up your deck to run other stuff. Liliana the Veil's nice. I could put the other 3 mana Liliana in here. It is just like, if they don't answer it, you win the game kind of clock, and I do like those cards, but you know what? For now, let's not do that. Let's do something different. If I were to do that, I'm definitely taking out one of these big threats. There's probably 3 too many in here, but you know what? We're trying it. So yeah, let's see what we do. Like, comment, subscribe, and here we go. Alright, so Elesh Norn herself doesn't inherently mess up anything. I don't think. It doesn't stop stuff like Gristlebrand or anything like that, so. Mono white is also, I don't know, it's neat if it's not aggressive. Okay, we have double mana dork, but we're on the draw with no green source, so not as exciting. But I think it's still worth it. No 1-drop. Haha, alright. Nice. Alright, so let's go get a forest. Could run explore in here too. I don't know. Always send a message. Alright, so mountain? Yeah. If I can maybe get away with not shocking myself. Play this. This one makes it so my opponent can't swing at me. I also can use this to, I guess, play around Mana Tithe, but I'm already playing around Mana Tithe anyways, so. Okay. Definitely seen these 2 cards quite often. This one notably is not an enters the battlefield effect. Oh, right. It still triggers twice. It still triggers twice. I keep picturing this as Bran Bronzebeard from Hearthstone, but it doesn't work like that. Well, it does, but it also triggers like this stuff. So it's like Omega brand. Okay, so I have 5 mana. I think I'm always doing this. And I guess I'll play Guardian Idol, because I just want as much mana in play as possible. I think that's better than Llanowar Elves. I don't have anything crazy to reanimate, but I mean, there's a lot in my deck, so it's not too difficult. When do you get 4/4s? You do not. That's the other one. Alright. That's the other one. Okay, Wormcoil's good. I cannot play around Mana Tithe or anything like that. I am not upset with swinging with this first. If my opponent triple blocks, I can just sort of thrilling possibility instead. My commander. This Wormcoil, rather. Nope, looks like we're just getting a sapling out of the deal. Fair enough. So do I play Wormcoil or Shieldred? Shieldred means I can, like, instantly gain life. Oh, no, they're doing it. They're doing it. Alright, so we kill these two. Kill these two, right? Let that die. We send it to the graveyard. And let me make sure I can do this at instant speed. No, I can't. Alright, so I have to do it now if I'm going to do it. Fair enough. This is the part they'd have to Mana Tithe. Otherwise, I can just do this now. Alright, if they had Mana Tithe, it certainly wasn't worth it to them. Sacrifice the new sapling. Look at that. First game, already doing our stuff. Already doing it. Nice. Brought back. Ooh, okay, alright. They get another planes and some life. That's neat. Kind of a weak brought back. This certainly could be doing crazier stuff than just these two, but you know what? I left the mana open. Take the value where you can. Interesting that Squee doesn't, or Slimefoot doesn't come in tapped. You would assume these would come in tapped, but they don't. They don't really care about Elesh Norn now. I guess it does stop this. It does stop Thorn Mammoth, which is one of my few, like, crazy good whatever. So this commander is fine with just swinging with, because if it dies, you can just keep doing it. So you're never upset when they kill your Squee. Opponent should be aware of that. Looks like they're not. Okay. Putting this in the graveyard, they hadn't learned their lesson the first time. Notably, I don't have anything to do with it, but at some point, you know, maybe. So I'm going to eat my Saproling. I don't think I'm eating Wormcoil right now. Could do it later, but I don't exactly have the mana. If I did, I would do that, but I don't. Ooh, this is good, though. Ah, man. Okay, I'm not going to play it right now, because I'm playing against a white deck. It could have a lot of removal, exile effects, and I'd lose access to this, but if I ever lose access to my commander, I'll now have Journey to Eternity. Journey to Eternity. I could just let this happen, but I might as well just block. It's not that big of a deal. I would not be upset if my opponent killed my Saproling. It wouldn't bother me too much here. Alright, so there's a lot of life we have to get through. And Elesh Norn does shut down my spammy removal nonsense, but that's not the end of the world. Are they looking? They're probably just looking through their entire deck, maybe? Just seeing what, like, is good or what isn't in a given spot here. Okay, so let's swing. And then sacrifice Wormcoil Engine to Vraska. Yep. I do have the mana to put this on it first, which is obviously really good. Oh, right. I forgot the journey just does that. Alright, I'm just dumb. Never mind. I guess I'm not using Squee this turn. Okay, let's do this card. I like it. Oh, no, I forgot the Elish Norn. I totally forgot. I just forgot. Dude, I was just talking about it. Elish Norn. Alright, this card is actually dead in the water. Oh, Elish Norn, why do you have to do me so? I mean, I'm still spamming a Wormcoil Engine. We can't really be upset about that. Ever. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get to this ultimate, but I really don't think that was going to... Yeah, it was just never really going to happen, right? Neither the creatures in my hand have reach or anything, and... Yeah. Oh well. Could be worse. Alright, well, let's lead with an attack here. Actually, no, we're going to... We could just keep the Coven in play. Let's keep it in play. I'm going to wind up sacrificing Wormcoil Engine. Actually, whoa, wait. I guess it's too late. I should have played Shieldred. I would have gained some life from the card draw, but it's not that relevant, to be honest. It really is not that relevant. Honestly, I don't even have to actually use Slimefoot and Squee to do my thing. I can just use this. But I guess for now I'll do this. And then pass? Sure. It just gets more stuff in play. So their first removal spell really has to go to Shieldred. And I should say their first exile removal has to go to Shieldred. Enters the battlefield, put a counter. Sure. You got it. Whenever another creature you control leaves the battlefield. Okay. So we lose Vraska. That's kind of fine. Not too upset about that one. It did us well. We gained so much life, too, that I'm not too upset with the flying right now, as it stands. But it could be problematic as the game progresses. This does not work. This would be a very funny Craterhoof murder, but it doesn't work. It's not good enough, unfortunately. Sling like this. I can also swing with Shieldred because I can always just reanimate it. Actually, you know what? Let's swing with Slimefoot. That way I can get a Saproling, and then I could just reanimate the Slimefoot pretty easily. I don't get a Saproling when it enters, only when it attacks. Could wind up mattering. I don't see much reason in ever playing these. I don't think they're that... They're doing that much in this situation. So this first officer can grow pretty fast. They can recur their own creatures till I deal with this Paragon. But it's not like it's swinging through anyways. Decline? Yep, decline. Decline. Also gaining more life than they are. And, yep, got nothing else to do. Okay. Okay, this only happens once. Soulmender. That's a weird one. What is that for? Johnny's Pride Mate, maybe? Suppose that could be in their deck. I love me a Sarah Angel, though. That's kind of cool to see. Someone's just playing a Sarah Angel. You know, they're just playing Sarah Angel. That's kind of neat. Love to see it. I don't know if I've ever seen someone play Sarah Angel before. Okay, this is starting to look like a long truck of a game here. Should I swing with Shieldred? I guess I can. They're just going to block it, but I can reanimate it, and it's not really a big deal, right? Yeah, it's not a big deal if it dies. I'll just do it again, right? It just means if two creatures dies, I'll have to spend 2 turn cycles or whatever. Them losing 2 life is not a big deal. I can just reanimate at my end step. So it just doesn't matter. I don't want to reanimate in response to like them drawing and then they have a board wipe and then we're like super, super slow and it's just not great. Oh, okay, Sarah Paragon isn't infinite. I didn't realize that. You exile it the next time it leaves. So they block here. If they bring it back, the next time it's gone forever. Xaxes is sketchy. I'm all untapped with 3 cards in my hand. If I killed this, it'd be kind of sketchy. I don't really agree with this block. I wouldn't put these in the way. That's kind of interesting. That makes me think they have some mass reanimate going on. Not sure what that means. They also killed Wormcoil, which means I get more tokens. It's very strange. That was actually very, very strange. Pair of gone. Yeah, that's true. That's a funny way of wording it. That is correct. Alright. I mean, they gave me more Wormcoil engine tokens. Yep. I can easily flip that. Doesn't really flip in anything spooky, though, right? It's just a, I believe it's a Sarah Angel? Yeah, it's just another Sarah Angel. Don't do it. Don't you mouse over my stuff. Swords of Plowshares means this Wormcoil is out of the way, and the game gets a little bit more difficult. I don't have a way to sacrifice it at, like, instant speed or anything. Oh, you know what I should have done is... Now, like I said, they've drawn a bunch of cards, but I don't think making them lose 6 life is going to change anything, and I want to reanimate after some kind of sweeper that they might have, although this would be kind of a weird deck to have a board wipe, but it's not impossible. Okay, it doesn't look like they have one. I'm just gonna... I want this unicorn off the board as fast as possible because it triggers so much and it just gums up the stack. Alright, well, I got what I wanted. So, I'm exiling what? I don't care about Elishnorn because they can recast it. I guess the Paragon can be kind of annoying, but not really, because it's not infinite value. Alright, let's just take it out anyways. It's a flying threat, and that's enough to convince me that it's worth dealing with. Side package in their deck. Looks like that as well. I don't have mana to reanimate anything, so I'll just play conservative this turn cycle. They are certainly playing a bunch of cards I'm not used to. That's for sure. They do have a trillion life. Daybreak Chimera. Alright. Okay. Short. Popper powerhouse right here. Look at that. Look at that 2-minute 3/3. Majestic. Alright, yeah. My opponent sees the writing on the wall. They're out of cards. Yeah. I didn't even need the Ulamog, but now that I have Ulamog, they have, what, is it 20 cards? Yeah, it's a 3-turn clock, and the game's just over. It would have been nice to swing at least once. I like seeing people's deck. Just seeing, like, a chunk of their list is always nice, but more people that play it, so it's just the thing people would flock to if they were going to choose one. It's kind of the one you see a lot more of. But I do like Artisan. There's 2 dogs losing their minds outside. Hopefully you can't hear that, but... Oh, this is Muxus, huh? Swears by Popper, yeah. I'm not a avid Twitter user, but... on Twitter, I'm always like, yo, you guys should totally make Popper. Historic Popper is like a permanent thing. So I can play with people and stuff. But they don't do it. Okay. So, let's get rid of... Does it matter which one? I don't know. What's the strongest one here? Broodlord, probably? Probably Broodlord. It's a flying nonsense thing, but no, you know what? Let's get rid of Coven. Okay. So the downside of Gilded Goose, it doesn't repeatedly tap for mana. Yeah, there's just way more cards in Artisan. There's what, like 14,000 more cards in Artisan? It's a completely different format. It's like comparing Legacy to Standard. It just has so many different cards in it. Alright, let's swing. But I do like Artisan. I like Reassembling Skeleton. It's like one of my favorite Artisan decks. I don't think I'm going to survive this. I think we are soon going to die to Muxus. Let's put this on black, I guess? It doesn't matter too much. Let's do this. Does this make them cost one less? Yeah, it does. Alright, so they can cast Muxus this turn. Hopefully they don't have crazy stuff on the top. I mean, it is a 100-card singleton, right? It's not like they're going to reliably hit all the stuff that are, like, amazing. Yeah, okay. They did hit... Oh, wait, no, they didn't. I was going to say they hit the crazy one. They did not. Nothing crazy. So now Slimefoot's going to have to block. Puts them at a strange position where they don't really want to let Slimefoot die. I think I'm fine with blocking this turn with the Saproling. Could just take it, but no, let's just not run into any nonsense here. I'm not a fan of Standard. I climbed super high in Standard when Teferi was a relevant card. Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, and Nexus of Fate were cards you would run. I climbed super high then, but now I don't do that. I was like super high mythic. I joined some team that was playing like competitive Magic, but then I stopped because I don't like competitive high ladder stuff, even though I guess I'm pretty good at it. You'd have to go way back into my YouTube history to find that stuff, though. So they have an answer in play to... No, they don't. They don't have an onboard answer to Platinum Angels. So I think I'm going to take this and just, like, try to scam them with it at some point in this game. No attack. If Pauper was in the game and it was ranked, I might actually get back into, like, super competitive Magic. I would play competitive Pauper. At least for a little bit. At least for a little bit. There's like, because it's so untapped with Historic, I could have so much fun brewing and like, you know, surprising people with decks they've never seen. Because, you know, there's not a lot of people that like, you know, look into an early format. Oh, man. I even have YouTube videos. Like, I put up lists for a format you can't even play. You can't even play the... It's just like, I've still made videos because I was having too much fun. So unfortunate. You can only play it like once every 3 months for 3 days. It's just like, ugh. Thoughts on tournament play? I mean, paper tournament, sure. Yeah, I wouldn't do it myself, but I do like it. I have no quarrels with it. Okay, so I can take a turn off to play this. This is not a deck that easily undoes the life loss, though. So I could just try to do this now. This could be a problem for my opponent. If they kill it, it would also be nice to have this as the thing that I repeatedly reanimate with Slimefoot. But that doesn't work if I'm already at a negative life total. So it is kind of risky. But if I swing twice with what's in play, I can ring to give myself protection, and so I don't die. Seems fair. I've watched every Star City Games video that had to do with the tournament. Like, every single one. Till COVID, and they stopped. But I eventually stopped watching Standard, actually. I think Standard tournaments kind of fell to the wayside for me. Some odd, like 5-6 years ago. Yeah, since it sounds like wide scope. Yeah, I've played a lot of Magic. Oh, I've played a lot of Magic. A lot on Cockatrice, too. Oh, man. The Duels of the Planeswalkers games, each one I have like 300 hours in. Unlocked all the cards. I've played so much Magic. Play Magic at work on my phone. No, they did it. Alright, so they did blow it up. Did they kill a sapperling? Did. Okay. So they aim to kill me right now? Because otherwise that wasn't terribly useful. I take 17. Okay, I just take 17, right? I don't know, let's do that. Unless they have an answer to this Broodlord, I can just give my face protection. So I can do this, but then I cannot reanimate? I can. Okay, let's lead with this. Get back you. They have to have a second answer to this. They just have to. But at this point, they now have to answer the Broodlord as well. They're reading Slimefoot. Oh no, maybe they didn't know how it worked. They didn't. They already exhausted the removal spell when I'm in a positive life total. If they did it after, like, I chose not to block in negatives, they could kill me. But again, that was too slow anyways to kill me. But I think the One Ring giving my face protection is just going to gum it up. Because now they have to answer this Broodlord before they answer the Angel. Unless they have like a Ancient Grudge or something. I'm also free to play, so I do sink a lot of time making sure I get the daily wins for the gold. Excuse me, for the gold. Okay, there's really not much. Okay, on board there's nothing. This card has to be relevant, otherwise they're just dead. Because nothing else matters here. This is a cool one, though. I like this one. Haven't seen that one played. Alright, yep. Looking for something scrumptious here. Dig it. Okay. I mean, I have protection. I don't even have to block here. Uh-huh. Oh, oh, oh. In response to their combat, I'm going to draw to send a message. Ooh. Oh, look, another lethal flyer. I guess it didn't matter what my opponent did. That's funny. Alright, yeah, I don't have to block because, again, I have protection for the turn cycle. Opponent is Dunzo. Alright, I mean, even if, let's say I did block in a utterly ridiculous manner for absolutely no reason, they're still dead. They can't do anything about this. Cool. Things are like the worst matchups. Other than Keenan. Keenan might just be like the worst thing ever. Literally the worst thing ever. Fine. So this should be green? No. Black? Black or red? Probably, I don't know. Alright. Opponent has a 1-mana black spell? What is that? Dark Ritual? A cycle card? I think it's Dark Ritual. They didn't Dark Ritual this. Curious. You can confirm Keenan is the worst thing ever. It is Dark Ritual. I'm so smart. Yeah, Keenan is the best thing ever, actually. In contrast. Okay. Shieldred is... an early Shieldred is not too scary compared to other things that could have happened. So... they can't really swing with it. They're mono black. I don't really expect Platinum Angel to be relevant in this game. Kogla's probably just going to have to slap this Shieldred. But at least they can't swing with it. And they also cannot activate this. Oh. Okay. 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 Wasn't expecting that. Oh, you know, the problem is I have a lot of card draw. God, too much card draw, dude. Okay, well. I mean, if they kill the sapling, we can just scoop anyways. Yeah, the fact that I didn't realize I had that much card draw. Okay, Shieldred became a problem. Shieldred became a problem. But like I said, the game is over if they kill this sapling anyways, so just scoop. Okay. Yep. So I expect removal, so I don't really expect the Platinum Angel to actually do anything. I could just put it in play and wait for them to kill it, though, you know, and just sit behind it, but don't know. Let's see, take 3 in the air. 7, 8, so do that, D, so I can do that. 1, 2, 3, okay. I think I'm going to get Kogla here and defend my face. You know what? Screw it. Screw it. I don't care. We're all in. Can you beat Platinum Angel? I'm just going to do this. I think this is probably slightly better. This demands a specific card, whereas Kogla's like not doing that much. This also prevents attacks. But again, mono black. Okay, whenever opponent discards a card, I lose 2 life. You got it. They can't block, sure. My opponent's letting me Slimefoot again. That's odd. My opponent's doing some weird stuff here. Opponent's doing some weird stuff. We like to see it, though. Sure. They get a Raven and... No, they don't get a Raven because it's on their end step. Okay, so I can't necessarily keep myself alive. Let's see, block, block. Yeah, we're at the point where now nothing matters because Platinum Angel cannot die or we lose anyways. So I can kind of ignore the rest of the game strat, like the rest of what's going on. Let's put this here. Yeah, I don't believe there's merit in doing anything but this. So I'm going to kill Shieldred. And I'm going to do this because I need to kill them before they kill this Platinum Angel. I'm dead in the air, right? There's stone cold, nothing I can do, so it's a free attack. I am now in the negatives and dead to a removal spell. There wasn't enough for me to stabilize without this in play, so we're just riding on the back of it until they kill it. Sure. I guess I was always dead. They have Skeleton Archer in their deck. Oh, that's funny. Okay, you got it. You got it. Okay, there's no reason to attack once I'm at 0. Well, I guess that's not... Oh, you know what? Hold on. I can come back. It's not that I'm just dead forever. I can come back. Okay. Alright, we have things we can do. Because we have Shieldred and ways to gain life and... Okay, so we can actually, like, undo imminent demise. It'll be kind of hard, but it's not impossible. I think I'm going to Deadly Dispute now, because I don't think I've played my land. Might as well. I don't see merit in playing this. Okay, my opponent's still fine with Slimefoot just continuously dying, which I kind of disagree with, but I don't know what their hand looks like. Actually, I guess that changes my opinion a little bit of my... Nah, does it? Does it, though? No, not really. Alright, we gained 4. Still not enough. Sure. If I somehow draw a bunch with this, we can, like, stabilize or something. I don't know. Alright, we know that was their draw for the turn. They didn't have an answer to Platinum Angel last turn. And they will not have a answer next turn either. I don't know what undie is. I'm old. Oh, you mean just this card? No, I'm thinking of Underworld. I don't know what undie is. I'm a boomer. Okay, guess there goes that. Do we have 8 cards? We do. That Shieldred is now spooky. I guess we don't have... No, we don't have 8, because we're going to just do Kogla again. Undie. Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Correct. Okay. I can still cycle this Proving Grounds if I go here. Slimefoot is dope. This is great. I'm having a great time. We're always killing this. And to play around some shenanigans, I could put myself to 2. Oh, is that like too greedy? We know they do not have an answer to this. We know their next turn is this. So I think I'm going to play this. And just play this as a land. And I can... So they have 1, 2, 3... Yeah. Okay. I think there's whatever. So I lose 4 life in total, right? Because they swing, I draw. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We go to -6. If I cycled this land, actually, we lose life because that's a discard trigger for this. So it actually didn't even work. I guess I did have to play it. Opponent did not swing to trigger the revolt. Or raid or whatever it's called. That's kind of strange. This is free. We just gain it and regain it or whatever. I don't really need the treasure. I don't need the treasure. I'm gonna try to stay positive here. Okay, so we swing. Can't block that. Swing. Swing? Yeah, this is pretty cool. I like how Slimefoot always costs 4 too. They just like never gets more expensive as the game goes on. They're getting rid of Shieldred. Wow. That's crazy to me. I have no way to gain life. Was this lethal? No, it wasn't. It's almost lethal. I really wish I was going this last turn cycle through this unknown card safely, but I'm not. Which is extremely unfortunate. Right? There's no way for me to... I'm still gonna get this. You never know when I might draw enough for loot in the turn cycle with this card to actually do something. But we are at the mercy of this card that they just drew. Okay. Alright. Hoo. If that was 4 damage. Okay. We got there. GG. If that was 4 damage, they could have killed it. I don't know if that was in their hand or whatever, but they go to 9. They can block, and then they die to this. Okay. Interesting attack. But they're just dead on board. It doesn't matter. GG. Oh, hey, it's Ulamog. Wow, that was crazy. Yeah, I guess it was the right decision to go in on the Platinum Angel. I mean, of course it was, because the Kogla killing their Shieldred, I would have been dead anyways. It was the only thing I could have done. But yeah, that last draw there. So, I think it was wrong. They should not have Witch's Cottaged this. Like, it keeps me kind of low, sort of. But you need to kill this, right? Putting your Shieldred back in play is not doing anything. There's even an argument to just not playing the land. Because unless you had something in hand anyways, it doesn't matter, right? Most removal spells are not 4 mana or up, so... And if they are, you can just play this as your 5th land. And if you drew other lands, you play those anyways. You could just not play this. Just to see one card deeper, because as it stood, this was the only thing that mattered. If my opponent was aware of that, which, I mean... They might not have been until I was at 0 when they played Skeleton Archer. and then they paused thinking I was dead. They might not have been aware of what this did at the time. It could have dictated this Witch's Cottage, but that's a hard line to see, not playing your land for the turn so you don't make your next draw dead. Because my opponent time walked themselves. No, that's good. Okay. We uninstall Magic Arena if they find Mightstone and Weakstone. Last time I played against it, I think the last 2 times I played against Urza, they had Mightstone and Weakstone in hand. They can pretty easily deal with Platinum Angel, but it is a 1-ring hand, so it's hard to... I mean, these 2 cards go nicely with each other, I guess. Soul Warden. What? Okay. Opponent's playing Soul Warden. I don't know what's happening. So this is creature-based? I don't know. Blue-white nonsense? I would like to play this. I don't really care about Kroxa. I don't really know what that's doing right now. Do I even play this? So I might be my last turn to, like... I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. Attacks, colors, soldier, town, draw. Sure. Is this a soldier? It's not. Okay. So maybe this is a Platinum Angel Matters game. Do I just play Slimefoot? Do I play One Ring? I like my hand enough where I'm not, like, losing my mind with just getting this in play, right? Through counter magic that my opponent was tapped out of. But it looks like more of a Geist of Saint draft deck than a typical Urza deck. It appears to be the case. Titan of Industry notably has flying. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is definitely like aggro. I might not even have time to get this Platinum Angel, so I don't actually know what to do. I highly doubt my opponent is going to block Slimefoot. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Not necessarily dead next turn. I need triple black. Oh, if I could do this and sack Slimefoot. No, that still doesn't get this in play, though. I have no way to do that. Get him, what's up? We're just getting clapped by Urza here. Okay. Okay. Well, I mean... So, I need another black, which means I am undescribably far away from this Titan of Industry. This is a weird situation to be in. Very strange. 1, 2, 3. I guess the attack is free. I have protection. They're not going to block. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, they can just block with Urza. Never mind. It just bounces off Urza. But, I don't know. I incentivize them to block with the Sarah Ascendant. Oh, wow. Okay. This is very wrong. You should not do this. It makes me doing stuff a lot easier. Like, now all I need is, like, a red draw discard spell, and I can get this into play. As opposed to needing a sack outlet, which I no longer need. So that was kind of a mistake of an attack. My opponent's not aware of how the One Ring works. Don't take any damage. Opponent is mousing over the One Ring. That's funny. This would be a lot easier if they tapped that island. They did not tap the island. Okay. This is not doing it, right? Actually, this does buy me time. I suppose I can lead with this. Okay, I found a discard spell. So discard 1, 2, 3, 4. So boom, boom. Take 1. Like that. Wait, whoa. Undo, undo. Mountain. Cathartic Pyre. This is not additional cost, unfortunately. Opponent let it slide, which is really good for us. If they did have an answer. And then we try to scam them. Alright, I mean, just like last game. So this one is probably less likely to kill Platinum Angel, but that does not mean anything. Could very easily kill this. They could even bounce it. So, looks like they don't have any instant speed spells in hand. I believe that land was for the draw, for the turn. Okay, they shut down this, fine, but I have a way to undo that. Pacify effects are kind of my least favorite removal spells. Because when your opponent gets to, like, answer your removal spell with a removal spell, it feels really bad. I'm not netting enough life, so I really should try to kill this at some point. Let's see if this resolves. Yeah, okay. If this doesn't resolve, that's something we can work on later with other things. Gain some life off of it, but it's not, like, jaw-dropping. I see no merit in... Oh, this is weird. It's crazy how many decisions Slimefoot finds itself making. It's actually kind of wild. I've never actually cast this spell. This could be kind of sketchy to cast if I exile something really important. And then, like, I don't have access to it forever. Yep. Yep. Not doing anything weird. Oh man, every time I have Platinum Angel, it's like bound. It's like the guy that was walking between the Twin Towers. It's just crazy. It's just so, like, nerve-wracking. So they're gonna counter Nasty End, which is funny. I assume they're going to if they have a counter spell. I've never resolved Nasty End before, too, so it's kind of unfortunate. Dang it. Dang it. Woe is me, dude. Woe is me. Alright. Never Nasty End. Never Nasty End. One day. I've never resolved that card. Especially for, like, the draw 3. I've never drawn 3 off that. Okay, lose 3. That's fine. Just gain it right back. This is almost lethal. Oh, wait. No, it's not. What was that, 54? Yep. Alright, let's see what's under this. The One Ring does put a clock in the game, kind of. Okay, Phyrexian Tower was a very good draw. What's in my graveyard worth reanimating as it stands? Titan of Industry. So be it. Teetering on a knife's edge, dude. Even with the single Saproling, I'm just teetering on the knife's edge. Let's gain 5. And... I guess these are artifacts. Yeah, let's actually blow up one of these so they can't continuously tap to draw. Unless they swing, but now they can't really swing, so I've removed the soldier draw engine by getting rid of a single token. I can play this. How can I play this? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sacrifice Slimefoot to kill the... Sure. We actually have the other Sapling generator in hand, which is quite nice. Let's get rid of you. Let's get spicy. Let's get spicy. I don't have a clean attack. Let's get rid of you. You. Gilded Goose? Don't think the game's about that one anymore. Could have gotten rid of a land pretty easily, though. Doesn't matter. I actually only have 1 green in play. It's funny. Oh, this has lifelink? Oh, look at that. Alright, we're back up to 19. Back up to 19. I can Besage it. I don't think it's indestructible. It could be. I might be wrong about that, but I don't think it is. Kind of actually interested in getting Croxit in play. I, like, never do this. Looks like they might have some tempo... soft counter spell based nonsense. Alright. They get rid of Colossus Hammer. Whoa. Opponent's deep. Okay. Let's swing with you. I mean, yeah, okay. It's either you're all in or you're just taking it. There's no merit in a chump block. No merit in that. Okay. We now don't have any way to recur Slimefoot. We have no Saprolings and it's stuck in my graveyard, but that's not really a big deal at this point. We have way too much in play going on. I don't think I need Slimefoot anymore. Obviously, I shouldn't have put myself that soft to something like that, but I did. But again, I don't think it matters. I think there's just enough here. Can start just going crazy. Okay. Let's probably close the game. My opponent's probably going to scoop to Ulamog anyways. Especially when I attack their blue source. Nope, no tails in. Mana Tithe? Reprieve could do it too. White has 2 now. Nope, they don't have it. Alright, let's swing with Croxy Boy. It's not a Swords to Plowshares. It's not a Reprieve. It's not a Mana Tithe. No idea what's going on. Opponent is letting me do the dirty. Love to see it. Okay. So let's just go to combat before I make any other decisions. Okay. Still have to discard and still exile a bunch of cards. I wasn't really aiming on killing them with damage anyways. They did have the Might Stone and Weak Stone. They actually had it. Look at that. They actually had it with no tutors. I mean, in this spot it would kill Platinum Angel, right? But I could just redo it. Looks like it's not a big deal. Okay, let's just Dark Ritual, get a bunch of stuff out of my hand. Don't even think about it. Okay, I think that's it. Let's get rid of land. I don't really need the draw discard stuff. Just do that. Shieldred means I can reanimate Slimefoot, so that's back on the table, and this game is over. There's nothing my opponent can... There's literally no card in the game they can play that gets him out of this. Alright, opponent's going out on their terms. I can respect it. I can respect it. However, I cannot respect letting it slide. I must kill your stuff. Yeah, if they had settled the wreckage, I would not be upset. I would not be upset. Alright, let's swing for 750. Because that's better than 45. Oh, opponent? Opponent? Come on, at least let me hit you, dude. Get out of here. Faithless Looting. Yeah, you just do it twice. It's like a baby Faithless Looting that costs more mana? I mean, I guess collectively it's the same. 2 and 2 or 1 and 3. Okay. So mono white angels and mana, sack outlet, green, red, black. Okay. So we get green. I don't have black without creatures. Ugh, maybe I do need... I need black, though. I need it. But I also need green. So, I mean... One of these is a little bit... I don't know. Different. Eater of Virtue. Cool. You don't see that too often. Okay, so I would like to kill my opponent's commander. And I'm actually not utilizing this. But there's a chance I don't utilize my mana next turn anyways. So I might as well just play this. And I can just pyre next turn. Oh, alright, so I guess that... Wait, no, I don't think... No. You shouldn't let me untap with the... If you're going to play this instead of this, don't let me untap with the Mana Rock. You're not punished for it, but you shouldn't do that. You should not do that. So I can get an Ulamog in 2 turns. Not really the scariest threat. I mean, it does put him on like a 4-turn clock or whatever, but... it's alright, I guess. I might actually be able to do it next turn. Wait. What? Well, I mean... Is this like a Galaxy Brain attack? Am I tripping? No, I'm not gonna let you do that. That was an odd thing to see there. Okay, so let's sacrifice our commander, and we're gonna put it to the command zone, and we're just gonna recast it. Sure. Okay. I don't hate this. My opponent wanted to trade the creature with this. I get to keep my Guardian idle. Kind of weird. Okay, so let's swing here and here. And then I would like a black source that doesn't deal damage to me or require me to sacrifice a creature. Then I can bone shards. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Black, black. Only one red, so I can't do this in this. Okay. So let's... Well, wait. Whoa. I don't... Oh, no, I have to sacrifice a creature. Okay. Gotcha. And leave up the pyre. Opponent still has not gone for their commander. Curious. Okay. We're not upset about that one. We will take you to the grave this time. Okay, I guess. Alright. Well, I would love to blow their stuff up, but kind of need to start cheating the stuff into play now. Start actually playing my deck. Oh, Cogla's just good. Cogla's just good. Alright, so I cannot block. I'll lose my Sappy Wappy, which would be very disruptive. Very problematic, to say the least. Alright, let's get back you. I don't really want Ulamog right now. I'd prefer just a flying threat that also attacks my opponent's avenue to victory in a different way, because I can go tutor for a good card. Platinum Angel has been pretty good so far. I think this is a game where Shieldred is just like stupid good though. It's a mono white deck that plays a bunch of creatures. It's probably just very good. Can put this on red. I think I have enough black at this point. I don't technically have enough green, but I do kind of want to, if I ever find like a draw discard spell, also have a second red source to Slimefoot in the same turn. Opponent's down to just one card. Kind of strange. Okay, so let's lead with an attack. I love how Slimefoot can just go. I love how you just send him out. Like, it doesn't matter if he dies. In fact, you kind of want him to die. Opponent is really struggling with this held priority samurai, I think. Making this take longer than it needs to. I'm not gonna, like, sack one of these, innocent blood the other one. I'm just gonna do this. Reanimating Ulamog is cool, but yeah, I don't think I need Ulamog. I think this is just better. Diversify my threats. Having Ulamog in play is cool, but if they, like, Swords of Plowshares it, or they... I guess that's actually the only thing they could do. Yeah, because pacify effects don't work when I can sacrifice it repeatedly, and then just sacrifice Slimefoot the next turn, and then do it again. But yeah, it's just... If you can't answer me doing this, it doesn't really matter what I choose. I'm just going to run ahead with the game really fast. This was a cool commander. It was actually very cool. The only sketchy point is when you don't have a Saproling and this is dead. If they sweep the board, you have to put it at the command zone, like I said earlier. Otherwise, again, you're just going to not have a Saproling unless you find Tendershoot Dryad. I'm not going to play other random Saproling generators. I think it's worth it. But most of the time, that's not the case, right? You'll usually be able to keep your Sapling around and do stuff. It's very easy to get stuff into your graveyard, it felt. And it was also easy to get Slimefoot in the graveyard as well. So if that was consistent and reliable, I would say the strategy is. I've yet to put Griselbrand into play. In fact, the one time I put it in my own graveyard, my opponent stole it. So I haven't done that yet, but this is one of the strongest cards in EDH, and I think it's banned in normal EDH, so if you have one, craft it. I mean, if you don't have one, craft it. If you have one, play it. Cavalier was... triple black is steep. I don't think the payoff of this is really worth it. It does have lifelink. That could come up. I really don't understand why this does not kill planeswalkers. I really don't get that. When you have stuff like Bone Shards that does, this should just kill planeswalkers. I really don't get it. I don't think that would make the card pushed, or I don't even think it would make it playable outside of this format. So I wish it did that. The fact that it does not target planeswalkers makes it very, very unappealing to me, and probably take it out for something. Don't know what. All the draw discard was fine. The sack and draw was fine. The sack removal was fine. The mana dorks, I didn't see them too many times, but I don't hate them. You could run even more, I guess, because you do have like sack removal. So if you ran a little bit more, it's easier to cast these, but kind of 2-for-1ing yourself for what I would really hope was worth it to you. Journey to Eternity was great, especially if I can immediately sacrifice the creature. Not much to say about Shieldred in the One Ring. That hasn't already been said 1,000 times. Altar of Dementia is not a spammy card. You just sort of mill yourself once for like 3, and then you just do it again. It's just another card that sacrifices your commander over and over. Like Priests of Forgotten Gods, Altar of Dementia, Phyrexian Tower. That might actually be it. I'm not running Witch's Cauldron. I don't think that's where we want to be. Anything else to note? I don't think so. Yeah. Pretty straightforward deck. Platinum Angel, if your opponent can't answer it, as we saw a few times, you just win on the back of it. It's hilarious. I didn't even need Lightning Greaves or anything. I think that's too cute just specifically for Platinum Angel. I wouldn't suggest those. I really wish I got to try Obnixilis. It would have been kind of nice to see how he felt. Like, what creature exactly am I sacrificing to this to, like, get a second copy? Because I don't really want to get rid of my own Saproling. And it would be kind of weird to get a Mid-Dork sacked, but I don't know. Might be too creature-light for a card like this. Who knows? But yeah, let me know what you thought about this list. I think this commander is actually really fun. It's satisfying to play. It's consistent. Some matchups that you might play against often might be a problem. Like Emoti and Atali might just be a problem for this, which means it's just not great because those are everywhere. But if you're willing to, bump into rough matchups, the everything else felt pretty decent, actually. Everything feels decent. If your opponent doesn't have an answer to your graveyard, you will inevitably get there eventually. And they have to deal with it. So it's really cool. I really liked it. So yeah, let me know what you thought about this list in particular. As few tapped land as possible. Really trying to do this as consistent as fast as possible. I don't like manlands. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.